Let me move on to the Trae the Truth thing. Now I know this happened a while ago, but I wanted to wait for the smoke to clear because first, uh, when the incident came out, it was just one dude hitting him, boom, 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 and then Trae the Truth came, yo man, ain't nobody jumped you, man, nobody jumped you. Then TMZ come out with the whole video. It's 100 niggas. Niggas said, ain't nobody jump you, man. Niggas out here lying. Ain't nobody jump you. The next thing you know, you see this. Dude getting jumped. Now, the let me put up this copyright disclaimer because I'm using this under fair use. These images, the image you just saw, copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now, this is like I don't it don't even matter why they jumped the dude because that's not even relevant to the point that I'm gonna make. The point that I'm gonna make is Trae the Truth. I met him before in Detroit with Trick Drake, and I've always watched him since I met him, and he's always seemed like a great humanitarian and a guy that was about peace. Which doesn't mean that he's a sucker or he's a punk, but he seems to be a type of brother that I would look at. Not saying he is, don't get me wrong, but he puts on the persona of a uh, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, I'm for the people, type of persona, which I've seen him put in work. I've seen him done. He does a lot of charity stuff, which doesn't mean that dudes still can't be niggas. You know what I'm saying? But when you take on this persona of being a peacemaker and doing philanthropy work and food drives and books and kit for kids and a lot of kids events, you can't let them see you stomping a nigga out because you become a hypocrite. Right? Now we all make mistakes. We all have our flaws. We all have it. But at this age and for all the work that he's put in, why would he do anything to dirty his name? Like he said, him and the dude talked 2 hours afterwards. Let me go to the video. Let me show you. This is a video that Trae the Truth put out after they jumped the dude. Before the video came out, when it just looked like it was just one guy, this is when the video came out, before we saw the actual jumping and seeing Trae the Truth hitting him as well. This is what his response was.
Hey, yo, check this out. I'm gonna address this one time only, man. I feel like I'm at a point in my life I'm not finna sit here and let stuff just linger around. But I do feel I owe it to people to know, especially people who really rock with me, man, to know the situation that they trying to paint, the narrative they paint, this shit is false. Not no 7-on-1 situation. Wasn't no blindside ambush. That's not what this is. This is family business, internal stuff that's been going on for 10, 15 years that's probably been building up and just spilled over into shit. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing, I'm watching all these blogs and everybody say some of the stuff they say when they don't know. Me and this man held a conversation for damn near 2 hours the day after.
Now, what I want to say is this. What he said is, what people don't know, this been going on for 10, 15 years. Let's say Trae the Truth is 40 right now. I don't know his age. Let's just say he's 40 right now. This would have happened when he was what? 25, which means this beef started when they was young, dumb, full of cum, ignorant, young boys, right? At 25, we was wild. You know what I'm saying? 25, I ain't gonna say I was calming down, but well, I will still do today. If a nigga, yeah, so yeah, I get it. But I'm a lot more level-headed now, and I think things out. So if this beef been going on for 15 years, it started when they were very young, right? So this is where I feel like Trae the Truth should have had greater restraint and handled it a little different. Because like he said, it wasn't no 7-on-1. It was 7-on-1. I just showed y'all the 7-on-1. It did happen. Like they did. If it wasn't 7, it was 6. God damn it! But it was more than 5 people stomping this dude, kicking on this dude at one time, right? But my thing is this: this is something that been brewing for 15 years. At what point do you end it? At what point do you make peace before violence? Why does the violence have to happen and then make peace? Because now what Trae the Truth did for a person like me, and I'm only one person, and I don't know him personally. You know what I'm saying? I met the guy and then I watched him, and he's been a good guy. You know what I'm saying? From afar. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the celebrities that, they maybe look good and on the stage, whatever, and then off stage they grimy or a piece of ish. For me, I watched him for at least, when did I meet him? So man, went maybe around 2014. So that's about 9 years. It's been about 9 years since that I've been watching this dude, almost a decade. And in that decade, I've never seen him in any incidents like this. So to judge him on this one incident would not be right for a person like me. But for the guy that I seen for the last 10 years, I've only seen positive stuff from him dropping music, him doing philanthropy work, him being a humanitarian the whole time. So now when I see this, and then when he says, yo, it wasn't what it was in this video, I believed him. Because his persona, don't, he's Trae the Truth. Why would he lie? But now when he says this, and then I see the video come out after it, now his credibility is shot. And I'm only just one person. And like I said, one man can make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? But if something happened 15 years ago when we was young, and then you become this, you go from Tupac to Martin Luther King, why would you turn around and turn back to Tupac in Vegas stomping the nigga out. Imagine Martin Luther King coming out to fight, you know what I'm saying? And with Suge Knight and them, and they stomping the nigga. Imagine Malcolm X and Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and them stomping the nigga out at an event. Niggas would be like, yo, that's like Farrakhan, just like out here scuffling. Like you would be like, yo, dude, what? Oh no, I ain't going to your church no more, buddy. Like you's a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So in this situation, I understand sometimes shit escalate, happen fast, bow. But look at the stain that it put on Trae the Truth. He got a bunch of little kids that he gave book bags, coloring books to, food, donations, this, that, and other, that look at him in the light of a hero, and then they might look at him in this light and see a gangster and either get scared of him or they want to get tough. Either way, it doesn't help the persona that he built. But let's let the brother talk so y'all can understand.
You know what I'm saying? Probably a conversation that was needed to be had.
It definitely needs to be
so crazy to watch so many people try and put their 2 cents in and think they know what they talking about and say this, say that. And look, I'm not on here to be trying to defend nothing. What I will tell you is those who know my character know I always been stand up. They know I don't do no fuck shit, man. Probably got one of the biggest hearts ever. But they also know I stand up for what I stand up on. If in any way I feel disrespected, I'm going to stand up. I'm a man. You know, I'm human. Sometimes we do things out of emotion that may mess us up. Sometimes we do things that we rightfully feel is right. What I can say is, and the situation in this internal stuff, man, you know, it's crazy because we've been fighting our whole life. Our whole family always fights. So it's just different now because it's always cameras and it's always social media and people with opinions. It ain't no hate for that, man. You got to understand, I'm never going to let nobody hurt or harm him. You know, and that's just, it's
See, from what he's saying, it sounds like they family, like blood. It might even be blood family. And he says internal, which means inside, which is family. You know what I'm saying? He said they've been fighting for years, which is family. It's just now the cameras involved. This is what you got to take in consideration when these cameras are involved, because brothers like Trae the Truth, you build this persona up, and then next thing you know, you all over the news, and it looks bad for you, and it destroys all the good you built. And just one little incident like that, bow. All the news channels that always support him in his Trae Day, Trae the Truth Day, and all that other stuff. Now they running the story of the violence. You know what I'm saying? So, and like he said, maybe it was a conversation that should have happened a long time ago. Well, brother, now you got more to lose now than you ever did, because you built up a persona of peace. You built up a persona of a community activist. You built up a persona of you not the person that you see in the images no more. That ain't you. You out here trying to stop dudes from doing that type of stuff, and then you wind up in the same picture of the ones that you out here telling the kids not to be. It's contradictory, and I know it may be some family stuff, but you gotta exercise greater restraint when you out in the public, or you're gonna throw it all away. Now, what if you get locked up behind this? And the only reason you probably ain't getting no charges pressed on you because it's internal in this family. If this nigga was on some sucker-ish, he could have pressed charges on you, got you locked up, and be suing you, hitting you in the pockets right now. And so by the grace of God, you got to be lucky that it was somebody that is close to you and just not some random dude. Because you could be doing 2 years right now and got to play catch up for assault. And none of the dudes that's with you, that's helping, are you. They there to jump off and pop off or whatever, but it don't matter because it all falls back down on you. You on the news, they ain't saying none of those dudes' names that hit them, and you only hit them about maybe twice. They said your name even before they saw the video with you hitting him. They said your name. Your name got dirty. Trae the truth. You got to start. And like I said, there's one incident in 10 years. I haven't seen you be in no trouble, but one incident could throw it all away from you. You was looking like you could have ran for mayor or city council. And I'm not saying that you're not going to be able to now, but you got this black eye on you that you never had before.
As simple as can be. As far as the blogs, as far as everybody who has something to say that I'm seeing,
I'm not gonna play it because it ain't necessary to play it. Y'all seen people get jumped before. You know what I'm saying? I don't even put that energy out there on that brother to even show it. The actual physical act. Y'all can look it up yourself. Cause this ain't no shot at Trae the Truth. It's just a lesson from all of us to learn from. You know, things could change just like that. You gotta count to 10 next time. You know, and dudes, you could really build something up and then get thrown away from you like that. You know what I'm saying? It just ripped away from you like that. And I don't want to see that happen to good brothers like that. So y'all got to learn how to exercise greater restraint out here, man. Don't let, like I said, that's some family stuff, internal stuff he said. And and I hope it's over with. But exercise greater restraint. It's all right to talk. You can always talk it out, and you might not agree. But as long as the conversation ain't disrespectful, it don't have to become the physical violence. They could have kicked his eye out the socket. They could have caught a stroke and died right there. Y'all all be in jail. You never know how shit gonna turn out. You talking about, yo, I ain't gonna let nobody hurt him. What you may think not hurt, just one of those kicks to the right part of his body could have been fatal. One punch could have been fatal. And you've been in jail for the rest of your life. And none of them niggas that was out with you probably would have went to jail. It would have all fell on you. We got a lot of stuff out here to deal with in this world. And in all this time, we still fighting each other, killing each other. Shit is crazy. It's really crazy. Joke, no joke, man. I'm out. Thanks for the love. Celeste, thanks for the donation. Appreciate you. All right? One love. Got them all. 7 p.m., all right? Peace and love.
This go out to all the PJs around the world. Either war.
Nah, way back.
Sound
Back.
Niggas and guns. Yeah. Let's go. Choke, no joke. It's all the projects in the world. You ever been to a project barbecue? Yes, I have. Played the half. Extra hours for more cash. To go half on that coke and yak. Get to the block cause it get packed. Little babies, adults or crack. We feed them too, we don't pump like that. Plus it's like us, giving back. And they sales is the reason why we got so many packs of chicken. The hood not missing. Muslims said don't put pork on chicken. They got on Al about that, they thought he didn't listen. He wasn't been touched from them government missions. But they forget that when they bite that chicken, this is when the players get knocked, cause it's hot out. The sexy show out, glowing with the back glass on the mouth. She see you with the next chick, then she them out. Hustlers them out, just for nothing. Bustin' for attention, just dumbin'. Cause we know y'all ain't bustin' nothing. You ever been to a project barbecue? Kids and sprinklers, deep thinkers, playing chess, my head's on your left, blowing gas. My Puerto Ricans playing handball, Miguel and Heck on the court. Niggas wanna be like Mike. Life's a box of chocolates, you're riding the pipe, playing the bench. Kids on the fence, watch your popo, chase Prince. Don't dismiss your brethren for dumb shit. Keep it gangster, them shit where you live. 12-1 right up in your crib. You never been nowhere, where else could you live? What's that? That's gangsta boo coming through, throwing it up, fucking his muffler up, scraping the concrete with Willie's so sweet. He got escorted by the chief of police from 233rd, Laconia to Gun Hill Road. Got knocked, didn't tell like Joe.